Unsuccessful crab mission. Mosquitoes beat me. Big green slug. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode. So today, if you haven't been following along, we're on Kurtajar country in Cape York, far northern Australia, and we've just come down this morning to get the boat. If you missed the last episode, we dragged the boat up out of the water there last night, just on dark, so that we could get it this morning because it's super low tide. We got caught out in the last episode where the boat was high and dry and we had to push it down into the river, and quad bike's up here nice and safe. The episode before, we nearly lost the quad bike about 150 meters down this way with the tide coming in. It was absolutely wild, so jump back and watch that. I literally thought I was going to lose the quad bike. But today the plan is, we've been fishing this river mouth, been exploring down there, which has been beautiful, but we want to get up to the next river. And my plan in here in this remote part of the country was to push out to the mouth in the tinny, take the hammocks and go up the coast to the next river. But we've had this windy weather and super low tides, and we just haven't been able to get out through the mouth, so we're going to go on the bike. If you haven't been watching, I got Jordo on board. Jordo's a Kuthan man, but this is also your country, hey?
Yeah, from my pop's side.
From your pop's side, so your grandmother's side is Kuthan?
Yeah. And not just from my great granddad who grew me up on the Edwards side, from the Burns side.
The Burns side as well.
Yeah.
So you got the best of both worlds here, eh? So this is all Jordo's country as well as a bit further south. Is that a croc over there? I didn't see that yesterday.
Ooh.
We're going to take the hammocks, we're going to take no food.
Yeah?
Yeah?
We'll get away
Or
with
take
no
some
food.
flour, hey?
Yeah,
so we can make it damper.
Yeah, damper.
Alright, we're going to take flour, a bit of water, some tea bags, and that's it. We'll go do an overnighter at this next river mouth and see what we can come up with. Hopefully a mud crab and a fish.
Yep.
That's the plan anyway. So safety, you know, we got life jackets, got the hammocks in there, some sheets and clothes for the hammocks, camera gear, machete, got the sounder there, and the little lithium battery thanks to Battery World, and that's all the setup, you know, so we can run solar if we have to. A few tools in there. I've got the drone charger and a couple of mangoes from town, Max Tracks. Box here. The box has some oil and flour and that kind of thing because we're not really taking any food. The drone, more camera gear, lures of course. That's about it, eh?
The lures.
Can't forget the lures. Somewhere in that direction. Basically, I think we're going to follow this like ridge line that we're on here, so we don't have to go down to the salt flat. We're going to try and follow this ridge line, which is like high ground, and just keep going north till we get to the next river. Well, we made it to the river. I think this is the main river. But as you can see, so we've had a full moon a couple of nights ago and the water's been really high. The tides are huge at the moment. So all of this, same as where we got stuck the other day, that whole flat has been underwater last night. So this would normally be a pretty good looking boat ramp. Well, not boat ramp, but you know, a bush ramp. But there's no way. We learnt our lesson, eh?
Yeah.
I'm not going down there.
Not going down there.
So this always seems to be the case. It's trying to get the boat in the water is the hardest thing. So I'm going to send the drone up and look for, I don't know, it's not looking that promising. Look for a spot to get this boat into the water. The plan. We just chucked a couple of max tracks down here. We're going to aim the bow for that and then turn onto the second max track and push it into the water. That's the simple version.
Yep.
It sounds easy. So what we're going to do is push it off the trailer, spin it around, and then just get pushing. This is pretty wild.
It is pretty wild, man. Like, you don't see this very often.
This is why we run tinnies and nothing too big, because the 3.75 metre tinny, I'm probably going to say this too soon and it's not going to work, but you can get them into anything.
Yeah. Well, we pretty much have.
Yeah, we have.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought that was going to slide all the way.
I did for a second too. Yeah, I'll go at the back.
Oh, that max track helps.
Yeah. Alright, here's the next drop. I don't want the bow to go under, eh?
Oh, yes.
Woo! It's never easy, eh?
It is never easy.
It's never easy. It's always
But
fun.
it's worth it.
Yeah, it is, eh? Makes you work for them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you clean your feet. Very quickly. Alright, we're off. We're heading to the mouth of a new river system. Yes. Well, we just made it up to the she oaks. I just said to you yesterday, hey, how much I love she oaks, because when you're in these remote rivers in northern Australia and you find a river mouth, normally in the Gulf they all have them. There has been one or two without them, like On the last trip there were none, remember?
Yeah.
And we ended up bloody with that one dodgy tree and then that dead tree that fell over.
Yeah, fell out of the bloody...
But yeah, the she oaks always provide shelter, so I've got a real love for them now. So it's just trying to find the right ones. We need, because we've got the hammocks, we need 2 sets of 2 good trees, about 4 or 5 metres apart. Give us a bit of shade too. And you guys know how it is. I want to set up a bit of a base camp, make sure we got firewood, somewhere to sleep, and then we'll go fishing. Alright, so here's my parachute. Looks pretty relaxing in there. And here's Jordo. Look at you, mate.
Yeah, it's done.
It's perfect, eh?
Look at it.
A couple of she oaks. So why don't you tell us all the story about what happened last time you tied up a hammock?
Oh, we tied off to a dead tree, and we were both tied off to it, and then in the middle of the night, it wasn't even the middle of the night.
No, it was when you got into bed.
When I got into bed, I climbed in like this here, and I could still feel the hammock going down. And I was like, oh shit, I'm falling. So I've like gone like this, boom, hit the ground.
And because I was tied to the same tree and I was already in my hammock like half asleep, I just went bang and landed on my ass on the ground. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Alright, well camp's nearly done. We're gonna make a cup of tea and then go chase some lunch. I'm thinking a mud crab. There's a bit of a mangrove forest over here. I might send the drone up and follow along and look for a good spot. And then we'll dive in there and chase a mud crab for lunch because we got nothing else. Mud crabs, shell, long moil.
Yeah, see what we can get our paws on.
We'll find something.
I think.
Oh yeah. Here we go. We found a little drain. Hey? This looks better. Oh, it's so nice and cool. Alright, now we'll just follow this creek. Check all the big mangroves on the way, look for holes. Keep an eye out for crocodiles. This guy here is food, there's 2 of them here. We can eat these. Jordo calls these long moil. Long moil. And they're actually tasty. They're actually really tasty. So worst comes worst, we'll grab it. There's heaps of them here.
Hell yeah. Holy.
Look, there's heaps. Yes, we could have a full feed of them.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to promise anything, but let's aim for a seafood platter.
Imagine that.
Mud crab, mud shell, and long moil. Let's check if they're home. This one looks pretty old. Oh.
Huh?
It's way back.
It was pretty far up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Look at it, one won't reach. Oh.
Holy hell.
Seen a leaf that looked like a claw, I got excited.
Yeah, that's fresh. See what is big in here are mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes. Midges. eating. Oh, little bastards are smashing me. Maybe these mud crabs are safe today. Might be having longmoy for lunch. You see her just there? That's a little Jenny, female mud crab. Alright, we're gonna cross the creek here, get out of this mosquito den. Jordo's doing the runner.
Yeah, don't know where that crab went. I might climb over the top of this, mate, as a last ditch effort.
Holy look at this. What? These are all mosquitoes. Oh my god, there was like 100 on me. Retreat. So we're gonna get out, go back down where those longmoy were back down at the start of the creek. Get a feed of them. Oh, where are we? Unsuccessful crab mission. Mosquitoes beat me.
How many you got?
I don't know, like 10, 15? What do you got?
Oh, I got a good little handful. I've been trying to go along, pick off all these sacks. Yeah.
That will be a good feed. Go back, get some energy, get a fire going. We got a fire. That was a bit of a mission actually. Alright, so the plan now, while that gets really hot and we get some coals, I'll throw some more big logs on there before we head down. But we're going to walk down to the river, or down to the ocean actually. The tide's coming in, and it was a bit of a tide pool down there before, but where we want to fish later is where this tidal pool flows into the river. So when the tide is just right, that pool will spill into the river, and I'm hoping the big barramundi, for Jordo, not for me, big threadfin salmon, all the predators will be there waiting for the bait to fall off that edge. So, but for right now, I want to go down to the water, have a bit of a wash, get all this mud and mosquito bites off me, and wash the longmoy, the cone shell, and give them a good wash, bring back some water, because I'm going to boil them in salt water. Boil them up, and then I'll throw them on the coals as well, just to make sure they're cooked really good. I actually brought back a little pet with us too, and I've lost him. That's not a good start. I've lost our little pet. He was an absolute ripper. He's probably hiding. He'll be hiding around here somewhere. No way. He couldn't have gotten too far. He was only small. Oh, here he is. Look at this little guy. Ah! Don't you bite me. This guy's Kermit. Kermit the hermit crab. Ah! You cheeky bugger. Don't you try and get me. Look at the nippers on him. Oh, you just saying g'day, or are you trying to bite me? He's a big fella, eh? He's so cool. You're gonna come out. You're coming right out. What are you doing? They're normally really shy, but this guy's very active. Get those nippers away. No. Pretty cool, eh? He's trying to get a bloody hold of me so he can bring his nippers around. Come on, mate. He probably wants to, they like to hide. So I'll put him down here. You can chill there, mate. Under my backpack. Alright, we've given these guys a bit of a wash down in the water. and then replenish the water a couple of times just to try and sift all the crap out of them. And we're just going to boil them away. Now I'm boiling them in salt water. Whenever you're cleaning fish or cooking shellfish, cooking crayfish, like boiling crabs, that kind of thing. Do you do that as well? Use salt water?
Always.
Yeah, always try and use salt water if you can. It just makes it just tastes so much better. Middle of the day, this is the hottest part of the day.
Might just go for a walk, see how the spot's looking.
Check the tidal situation.
Check the situ.
Oh, on your way back, do you want to grab the drone?
Yeah,
Can you do that? I'll keep an eye on how long will you. I'll see you tonight then, eh?
Just go for a walk, just check the tide. I'll get the drone, yeah, I might take the drone.
Maybe check the boat too while you're down there. If we lose the boat out here, we're in all sorts of trouble. Why so hot? Oh no, all I had was a paper plate and they're catching a light. Sitting there. Alright, well Jordo's down there. Oh, he's coming back, here he comes. So you can see he's coiled right down in there. Wraps all the way around. Look at that, right down in there. He's gonna smash him up. Bit overcooked. Very similar to a mud shell.
Pardon?
Very similar to a mud shell. Oh, look at this. How disgusting does that look?
Tastes good.
Far out, it's got green in it and everything.
This tastes like
It does, hey? The top bit's definitely the best. I think as it goes down, it's kind of like maybe the poo shoot or something. So Jordo was just saying he went down there for a flick and saw quite a big crocodile at the flat over near our boat, just about to come up out of the water, eh?
Yeah, it was probably like 5 meters out.
5 meters out of the bank.
Yeah, off the bank, and then I was walking along, and I was like this deep in mud. Walking along in those flats because I could hear some Barrett chopping there. And then I seen him, and then I turned around and stood no chance against him in the mud.
Oh, look at that little bit of goodness. Big green slug.
Not for the faint-hearted. Oh, I'm going to catch a barrel.
Oh yeah.
I'm done.
Who's ready to go fishing for a few hours? Keep that fire going so it's ready for our alright, so I brought one beer and some self-raising flour, which means beer batter. So threadfin salmon, beer battered thready, I reckon, for dinner, if I can catch one. If Jordan catches a barra and he wants to cook it up, that's up to him. But I'm hoping for beer battered thready. First time ever, I've never done that before. So it's about 3 o'clock, it's just starting to cool down, the tide's pushing in pretty hard now. So it's just a matter of finding that right spot. So that's the plan, guys. Just do what we love doing. That might be the crocodile. It was, it just went back in.
Oh, look at that, he's sliding out across the mud. He's about to come out. So he's going up into those mangroves we were walking in. He's clean, man, look at that. You can see like the greenness on him.
What do you got on? Same as me, eh? So this spot here you can see behind us, like I said earlier, the water's gushing in over, like coming off a big flat there into the main river system. We've got lots of back eddies happening here, lots of protection from the sandbar there, and Jordo and I, when we arrived, were like, yep, this is going to be the spot when the tide runs in, and it's just not happening. It's not producing. So, and Jordo's fishing a slim twitcher like 1.5 meters deep. I'm fishing a vibe, you know, dropping right down, and we're still getting nothing. So we met the local crocodile. Hopefully you saw that on the drone, and I reckon now we push up and just look for something different.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
We need a fish. I think we're both running out of energy, eh? You know how I keep saying, I said to you in the last episode that we're seeing these stingrays now jump up onto the bank all the time? Here he is down here. Really big one. We'll sneak up on him. How cool's that? It's getting pretty late. We can't get a feed, which is a bit of a worry. I'm absolutely buggered. Jordo looks like he's hooked a stingray. I'm buggered, guys. When I say we didn't bring any food, we literally... Oh no, I got that bag of flour. We could make a damper, so we're not going to starve. But just no energy, you know, it just sucks the life out of you. Oh, I just want to go lay in the hammock now. But have a look at this system, hey? So this is a few days after a full moon, and these systems in the Gulf just drain out and then just come raging back in. It's absolutely amazing. Look at it all pushing in here. So yeah, in a couple of hours, this flat that we're sitting on here will be underwater. And almost right, not right up to our camp, but that big flat where the crocodile was, that's all underwater now. Can't believe we can't catch a fish. What is going on?
Oh, he's gonna school me. Oh my god. Hunger is turning into frustration.
Let's go back to that other spot. Me and Jordo just had a chat. The sun, I don't know, it's about 5:30 I think. We've got about an hour and a half left of light. And we have no food, right? Now normally we just camp out, suck it up, catch food in the morning. I do have flour up there to make a damper. But I'm kind of bummed because this is mine and Jordo's last night together. And I don't want to do it just starving hungry. I can see Jordo's got nothing left. You know, it's not that much fun when you got no food, you're starving hungry. So the other option is we push it for like another 35-40 minutes, fish as hard as we can out here on the point behind me here. And if we can't catch anything, we grab all the gear in the tinny, shoot back up river, get on the quad bike. Because it's a high tide, we can drag the tinny out of the water, which would be great. And then motor through the dark back to the cruiser, which would be safe. All I want is light to get out of the river. Once we're out of the river, I don't mind if it's dark. We can get back to the cruiser. We've got some threadfin salmon back there. We can cook that up, you know, enjoy our last night together. So that is the plan. Hopefully we're staying. Hopefully we can get a fish and stay here because I really want to sleep in the hammock up there. That's our camp up there behind us. See the hammocks floating in the trees up there? That's where I want to sleep. I love a good tinny mission. I really want to stay here. Just need a fish. And I mean, even if I catch a barra, I got to put it back. So I don't like our odds. What is it, mate? A barra.
Oh no!
Gotta put it back though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let him go.
Can you believe it?
Fair and square. You caught it, off season.
Look at it on the way.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Ah, that was our dinner, bro.
Couldn't it be a thready?
When it was coming in, I was like, thready. And I was like, nah, it's about.
Oh man.
Oh, well, you get one out there, because
now that I'm rigged up.
There's got to be one out there. There's got to be another one.
Oh man.
He hit it really close in, eh? Oh man, bloody close season. So yeah, I can't keep Barramundi, but I can keep it thready. So that was it. That's the one we needed. You'll get one. You'll get one. Jordo's got one. I just run back to get the battery. Jordo's grabbed my rod because his isn't where. Is that a thready? Oh, that's about. Oh, I reckon there's a couple of good ones out here. Yes! Yes! Dinner! On you, brother.
Oh.
Good on you. Slab.
Hell yeah.
Jordo with a good barra. The
again.
spring creature, eh? Oh, maybe, mate, there's a lesson in there. Just wait, be patient. The fish will come.
They will.
Maybe. I don't know. This is the spot that we thought was going to turn on, but it's taken all bloody day to get there. Everywhere else was dead. To be honest, we were considering going back to the Land Cruiser camp.
It did come out of our mouth, your mouth. And then I was like, well, let's just fish as hard as we can. So that way we got no other choice.
Yeah, that's it. And now we got one. All right, let's get it thready so we can have a feast. Well, Jordo's caught a fish for dinner, and pretty much all I'm catching is barramundi, so I'm going to stop fishing and set up the boat, make sure it's anchored right for tonight. It's right on this really steep bank, so I don't know whether to, and there's nothing to tie the stern off to like I normally do, so I don't know whether to bring it up on top of this bank and just anchor it up here, which means in the morning we'll have to push it down the bank. I think I'll just do that, hey. So we're gonna get that burning again. This might sound a bit crazy, but whenever I leave the boat, particularly if the Land Cruiser is on the other side of the river, which it is right now, the Land Cruiser is on the other side of this river mouth and a humongous walk, I always bring a rod. Keep a rod, keep a sat phone with me, so if you do get in trouble, at least you can catch food and you can make the call for help. Sounds a bit extreme, but one day it might pay off. Have a look at this afternoon. This is why I love camping up here in the Gulf, up here in the Gulf, in these remote river systems like this. You just don't get to see spots like this anywhere else in Australia where there's no one around. There's no one for I don't know how far. And we're just here in a tinny. I love it. Even though it's super windy, that's a shame. I've actually never seen the Gulf this bad. It's been blowing its tits out for the last 4 days, the whole time we've been here. And I'm trying to get the fire really hot so we can get the oil nice and hot, and we're going to do what did I say we're going to do? Beer battered barra. So no beer battered thready, unfortunately. Beer battered barra, but he's done a good job. He has taken every single bit of flesh off that fish. Looks like now he's taken the wings off as well, so nothing's going to waste tonight. Alright, time for a cook up. So we're going to do the beer battered barra. Jordo's knocked, oh he's got the wings there too. Jordo's knocked off the fillets, done a really good job, and skinned them as well. We're going to use some self-raising flour and a beer, pretty simple mixture, so half a beer actually, and I think it's normally about 500 grams of self-raising flour. Any beer will do, but Great Northern's obviously the best. I haven't done many cooking segments this season, I don't think. So I apologise for that. If that's something that you guys are enjoying, make sure you comment below, let me know about that. I'll just mix that up, make sure it's got no hard bits in it. No, perfect. So, we want to save a little bit of this flour for a damper in the morning. So the key is you want to make it like pretty runny. So at the moment it's a real damper kind of mix. You know what I mean? Like that's perfect for a damper. You want to go past that. So a bit more beer. All right, that is absolutely perfect. Look at that for a mixture. That's what you want. So a nice thick batter. Now while you're doing this, you want to make sure you got your fire getting really hot, or heating up the oil on the, you know, if you guys are at home, on the cooktop. Now I have to use vegetable oil because that's all I could get, but the best oil, in my opinion, is rice bran oil. You got a cup of tea in there, mate, but it might be a bit cold now.
Oh, where is it?
Just next to in your cup there, next to the box.
Ooh. No sand. Done with it.
So that this afternoon was today was one of the hardest missions I've ever had to catch food. And it didn't help that I wasn't allowed to keep a barramundi, but that was tough, eh?
That was.
Like, we put in a good few hours, and I suppose the trick is, like I said to Jordo when we were looking for the mud crab, is don't do it when you're starving hungry, because we ended up just losing all our energy. We were just over it. The fish weren't biting. Yeah, it was a really tough arvo, but then, you know, it was like 5:30 or something. We just nailed that barra.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Out there too, you said.
Yeah, that one I got. Yeah, it was like the first cast in that good spot. Got a barra, put it back, and then Jordo got a good one. And now we're eating. That was a close call. Alright, so we want to get that really hot, that's the next key. But not too hot that it catches on fire. We've done that before too. I think that was Dan's fault.
Oh, mate.
Look at that for a slab of barra. So just chuck them in. Don't drop any on the ground, so I'm gonna...
Oh, careful.
Very carefully put that there. Oh yeah. Holy hell, this is looking amazing. Mate, this is looking so good. Like golden brown. Jordo's over there sitting in the hammock. Getting comfy. It's so nice out here with this breeze to finally sit down and like allow yourself to be comfortable after a big day. So I reckon the key to this beer batter barra is to be really gentle with the fillets when you're turning them, and to keep your tongs clean. So many times I've done this and you end up with batter all over your tongs, and when you're then turning the fish that's nearly done, it just gets, your batter just goes everywhere. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Get in here, mate.
Ooh. Oh, come on, man.
How good does that look?
100.
Ah, I'm so hungry. Come on, Jordo. So we're gonna have a bit of fish and we're gonna go check on the boat, get it anchored right for the night. Plenty of salt there, buddy.
Oh, look at it.
Come around here so everyone can see it. You go first, it's your barra.
Oh, here we go. That salt
Hopefully
on
it's,
there?
yeah, but you might want more. Hopefully it's cooked through.
Salt on the bottom.
Sand.
Sand.
A bit of tomato sauce would be nice and misty.
Oh,
But I don't know, just... Yes!
look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, man. Yes.
Oh man, I'm so excited. It's been a big day. A big day with very little food. Is it good?
So good.
Oh, I'm digging in.
Yes.
Thanks for catching it, mate.
Oh, good, man.
I'd be in trouble out here without you. Oh,
It tastes like fish you buy from the shop.
it does, hey, like a fish and chip shop, but a really good one. I reckon that's the best I've ever made. Oh man, so crunchy. The beer taste is spot on.
Yep.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Yep. All right, we're gonna dig in. We've got so much fish to eat. That's awesome. And then go sort the boat out. Go sleep in those hammocks in the cool breeze, and then get up in the morning. And we'll see you guys in the morning, bright and early. Cup of coffee. And we'll go head back upriver. See you in the morning, guys.
Got fresh fish,
Yeah.
battered fish. Sunset just happened.
It's perfect, hey?
Oh, the wind, the waves.
Mate, let's stoked we're here together, eh? This was like, it was nearly like, oh, let's just call it a day.
It did get to that point, eh? There was like, when we were around the corner there and that last spot where we were flicking along that line of sticks.
Yeah.
I was feeling it, eh? Wasn't sure if I was gonna, I don't know what I was gonna do.
But this is our last night, like our last adventure together, and it's ended perfectly now.
Yeah. I think this thing was swimming down there, eating any little bait fish, swim past, and we're sitting up here eating it.
Like 45 minutes later or something.
Circle of life.
Doesn't get any fresher, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, circle of life.
Well, I was almost on the bad end of the circle of life today. I was walking along in the mud and that crocodile popped up.
Oh yeah, you were pretty close, eh? I saw your footprints down there.
Yeah. No, he was pretty far away. I saw him before he turned and realised I was there, and then I was out of there by the time he would have came over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As long as that circle of life stops at us, that's okay.
Yep.